Hey everyone, I'm back from kind of like a small vacation essentially. I did still work on Todool. I mostly did some like logo design, website design. This week I kind of went deep into some of font stuff and font management. I pretty much just polished, and then the last few days I've just kind of been trying out this block here, easy scalable text rendering on the GPU. I actually got this to work, and it's pretty nice. It works. Font stuff done. Let's see if I got anything done in here. Okay, that looks like I used the stencil buffer approach, so that's pretty nice. Recently here I tried out some compute stuff again. Just basically I tried out a lot of things. Just really the only thing that I wanted was subpixel anti-aliasing, the method here that you just really use to make font look a little better. I zoomed in a little bit and you can see the characters. They actually have like red and bluish tones on the left and right, just to make characters or like vertical lines look better. So yeah, this block is pretty nice, but it seems very inefficient for his little project that he did. He doesn't really use a lot of text, and it also doesn't seem to actually scale, so I don't really know what the point was. So you can see like the text in his example here actually never moves around, which makes sense for something like this, but it's still a nice approach. And then another thing I recently tried out was the superluminal approach, again for anti-aliasing. They talk about how you essentially shade characters, and I really like their approach, but it seems like in the end they still store the finished result in a texture. So it's like, I don't know if it's worth going through that trouble. But yeah, sadly I didn't get their compute stuff to work. But it's a really nice blog explaining some of the issues here that you usually have with shading characters and such. So yeah, and it's the most recent one that kind of covers a different solution to this kind of stuff. So yeah, but that's just the stuff I did the past few days. That's where we are right now. I pretty much just did a lot of polishing. So let's just see. Something that you may have noticed is the sidebars on the left again, mostly because I had some bugs. So for the alpha that's coming out soon, or should be out by now, it's going to be on the left for now. You will also see I have some custom made icons. Yeah, they're not too great. You just see that this is like a list going top to bottom, and this one is going left to right. So that's the whole idea. Yeah, so the next thing that I did was I did some reworking on the layouting of the small task box. So you see the button here is laid out a bit nicer now. It's barely noticeable, but if you do the button here or the bookmark now, you'll see it will actually move around as well. Just automatically by this being an actual element, so you can click the bookmark to just remove it. And also the layouting now works together with the tag system, which before I kind of did like a hack. I pretty much hacked around to make this work, so yeah, stuff like this, it's gonna be a little bit better. Anyway, so that's just some of the layouting, so that should be easier now. What I also did was context menus. Yeah, people really like context menus, and they do make a lot of sense, right? So Todool has custom UI, so it's not going to be the traditional menus like here, right? As this kind of stuff is OS based, I assume. So I'm just doing it myself with my own UI. So yeah, but this is only mouse interactable, so no keyboard interaction. You'll still be able to move around here. So you can see if I right click, it's going to select the task, and I'll be able to now do task properties. So I can change between their state that we have and the indentation. There's a few buttons for that. And there's a delete button as well. And all this stuff works with under redo. But yeah, also the multi-selection stuff, I kind of reworked that over. So now it's actually highlighting the task correctly, even in different modes. So it's essentially just coloring the task here with like a small shadow of the background. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, multi-selection has right-clicking, so you'll see instead of task properties, it's going to say multi-properties. So I can select all the tasks that I want, and then I can change the properties to all together. And then I can also change the indentation and everything together. Obviously, delete also works. There's a bit of stuff missing, like copy-paste, that I still need to do. But you get the point. Context menus are now a thing, and I really do enjoy them. Yeah, then there's just some stuff like the theme editor. It also just keeps the scroll bar with you. Yeah, then on the UI here, I also introduce scroll bars that appear if the content is outside of the view here. So it's just gonna have a scroll bar appear. Something you may have noticed is that also I've been embedding a lot of stuff in the Todool application now, so that I can actually just ship the program itself. It will have all the fonts included and such. But essentially, Todool is now self-contained, or like a small library that you can use, or just a small application. And then again, I just kind of want to go over some of the file formats I have. So here, the save Todool file, it's essentially just a binary format. Here, that saves all the string content. The save as JSON is essentially just all the options that you see in the UI shown to you here, so the theme and such, just so that you can edit them in here in case something goes wrong. But there's also some hidden settings like the scale. So I can change the scale and, well, I can go back here, save the scale, and then I can reopen up Todool, and you'll see the scale actually changed of the entire UI, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So sometimes, so for the videos I tend to make like 1.2 or something and then just show it like this. But yeah, sometimes I forget it, like today. It will also save window positions now, so you can see if I move the position here, it's gonna, since I have autosave on, it's actually gonna remember it automatically. Window sizing as well, so just that little bit that you want to instantly get started. This is really what I like about something like Sublime. That's the save JSON. And I also have a key map that you can change in here. Maybe I'm gonna add some stuff in the actual editor as well for that, but we'll have to see. And then a log file in case anything goes wrong, you'll see it in here. Or if you run Todool through a command line, you'll also see it in the command line. Then another thing that I added was that you can actually load different files. So I have, in here you can see I have this small list file that I can just open now with Control O. It's going to go to that file now, and I can actually load it. And I can go back to the other file here, the default one. And yeah, you can press Control N. It's just like a normal editor now, and you can... I don't know why it didn't auto scroll to there, but yeah. That's essentially the way it works now, and you can save it to a new file here. Like you can overwrite list Todool, and if you close it and reopen Todool, it's just gonna reopen up the last save file. So yeah, so let's load back the old file. As always, if autosave is not on and you change something, it's gonna say, okay, do you want to actually leave without saving and such, and then you can decide. So here, close without saving the progress, and it's not going to save the progress, so yeah. Saving, by the way, means also saving all of the stuff that you modified in here, so yeah. But yeah, it's been a bit busy lately. So I hope you understand. But now, hopefully, we can get around to actually starting the alpha and then seeing what people say, and then implementing some of the other stuff as well. So with that, please check out the new alpha that's coming out now. I hope you will enjoy it. And as always, have a great week.